Well, so we are now live.
I like your little Dolphins backdrop here. You see that guy?
Hey, sometimes an old dog can
Sure.
learn a few new tricks.
Yeah, look at that.
And
I'm
I,
surrounded by dolphins, even down here. Look at that.
yeah, so, I tried, my problem was Dolphins are in their throwbacks this year. And I tried to find a throwback pattern on the internet and couldn't. But
Oh, you got the helmet. I see
I
it.
went and got the throwback flag out of the drawer. So we're flying the throwback flag this week. And Jake, don't start, boy.
Jake and that modem. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when. Every stinking week.
Well, I put a box of. I've got a little fan that's still in the box, and I put it right in front, blocking the way to the modem. And he and Aretha still they go on the other side of the computer, and then get over the computer to get in between and get on the modem. It's like, wow, what do I gotta do? But it's one of them things. Boy, what a week!
Hey, what's going on with the Patriots? Are they done? I mean, Rams killed them.
Rams killed. It's this. I don't know if it's the fact that this season is just so odd because of the COVID, but
we could use the excuse that the Patriots do have more players that opted out of the whole season than any other team in the league. That is true. They still should have enough talent and coaching to be able to do better than what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm not trying to make an excuse for those bunch of cheaters. I just.
I was waiting and I was going to call you out on it, but
I'm just saying that there have been some oddball. I mean, because they got whooped by the Rams, but then they had just whooped the Chargers.
Yeah.
And who saw that coming?
Inconsistent, definitely. But I was watching that game a little bit here and there. Didn't watch the whole thing, but every single time I turned on the TV, I saw, a good running play or a short little pass by Goff, and then I saw an interception by Cam. I'm like, oh goodness, what are you boys doing? So
I tell you what, and how how about that Washington football team? Wow.
Perfect time, baby. You got it. Yeah. You guys still going to be the Steelers got done. Wow. Who saw that? Anyone? Did you go? If you go to Vegas, you were somebody putting your money on the Skins to win that game, they'd be like, yeah, we'll take your money, idiot. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Nowhere. I did not expect that at all.
In a way, it may have benefited me that I forgot to do my pick'em lineup because, well, no, that was last week.
And we did it live last week, if I remember right, unless you didn't set it.
Right. Well, okay. All right. So, yeah. So definitely some strange games last week. Yeah, so it was a wild weekend, and this week has got some really good games, and we even had one. Yeah, we were, as you mentioned earlier, the Rams whooping the Patriots.
So end of the season, it's crazy. Sometimes this happens at the end of the season. It's like the teams that really want it try harder, and the teams that aren't just kind of sit back. I don't know what to say about it, but I have a feeling it's going to be a wild weekend this weekend for sure.
Yeah, well, because you don't know how everybody's going to come out. I mean, but I'm enjoying the season. Dolphins are playing well. There you go. Somehow, they are probably the most talked about game this week is the Chiefs and the Dolphins. And some people are giving us our respect. Some people aren't. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you we're going to beat the Chiefs. But I'm telling you this. the Chiefs better not look past us.
No, if you look at the games left this season, the Dolphins and the Chiefs, neither one of them have clinched their division. There's still wild card territory, and they both have other teams that are really good in their divisions with them that are keeping pace with them. So I'm just going to be curious if both teams are going to win both their respective divisions or if they're going to both come in as wild cards. It'd be kind of stinky for the Chiefs, as good as they are, and the record that they have, that for some reason they don't. But mathematically, they could still lose the division, and it's weird.
Yeah. I don't know that I see the Dolphins winning the division. We've got the second toughest schedule between now and the end of the season. And it's going to be a rough road to hoe.
And if you go the other side, the Bills actually, after this week's a big one. But if they could do it this week, and the rest of they might win it out, and that would be it for the AFC East right there. I would
right. And but as far as I'm concerned, we weren't expected to be this far along. Nobody was thinking playoffs for us this year.
I've heard more than one person say 500 would be lucky for you guys.
Right. So to be in it at this point, I'm just looking to wreck somebody's season.
I play spoiler.
I don't care who it is. And I don't, we can, if we get into that first round of the playoffs and can upset somebody, I'm good. I would love to get in there against the Steelers. Send them home, and then I don't care. If we get beat the next week, that's fine with me. Same for the Bills. Obviously we're probably not going to go week one against the Steelers because I don't see the Steelers losing the first seed. But if we get in there against the Bills, and I would love that. I would love it. And just let us beat them. And then I don't care if we drop the next one or not. But I just would like to ruin somebody's season. That sounds terrible. But, this is just, I just want to make a little noise for a change. And I think this team, and maybe I should talk more about this when we get to the Dolphins Chiefs game. So what I'm going to do now,
what we doing, Dale,
is I'm going to pull up. See, I made a mistake. I fell asleep on the couch, and why is that jumping?
Flicker. Oh, I'm gonna see.
Oh, because we can't have a week go by without something looking odd.
No. If you blink fast enough, it looks great. You gotta time it just right.
Okay, that did not help.
Please stand by. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
So,
Hey.
you want to stop screen. Now, let's try that again.
Takes 2, 3. This is 3 now, right?
I just turned off the TV and turned it back on, but it obviously had nothing to do with it. But this looks a lot better. And as you can see, I fell asleep Thursday night and forgot to get the Rams Patriots game.
Fair shame.
Which also means that I'm one of the
where'd you go, Dale?
I had no idea why that happened.
Van Halen.
Okay, so
hey, kids, we do one stone here. You can do your pick'ems and we can talk about them as we go past them. That's okay.
Is someone back there?
It's one of the cats pulling on cords. Watch. I'm calling it.
Jake, get out of there. Doofus. Oh, we're so professional here. This is high quality production. Oh my, I think he went around. I don't know. All right, let's get back to these games. So we already talked about the Rams whooping the Patriots. They're done. And I love it. I love it. I hope Belichick's miserable.
Wouldn't it be funny if Belichick actually got fired because it was such a bad season and crap isn't having it no more? Boy, we could just hope, can't we?
Oh no!
Patricia as their coach, that would be awesome.
What would be even better than that is if Belichick got fired and the Patriots hired Gase when he gets fired from the Jets.
That would be wonderful.
Oh man, that would be a Christmas miracle.
Santa,
wow.
Dear Santa, my name is Dolph Van Dale. I know I could ask for world peace and whatever, but I got something else in my sleeve that I'd like for you to do for me. That's great.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So let's talk about these early games. We got Houston and Chicago Bears.
Hold on. I think that Ghost Eddie Van Halen's behind you again. I can hear him. Okay, he went away. Continue. Sorry. Whew.
Okay, so we got the Texans at Chicago Bears.
Oh man, I'm going Houston on this one myself. Overall the team, I think that Watson's a little peeved still that Chicago picked Trubisky over him, and it's a little revenge game. I think that Houston's a better team in general. I know a lot of Chicago's picked to win and supposed to win and yada yada, but I've watched Houston these past couple weeks. They're a much better team than their record shows, and I think a good team to show that against is the Bears. I mean, how good are the Bears? They lost to the Lions. You can't win any games if you get lost to the Lions.
Well, now the Bears. Here's what I don't get. Over here, the Bears are in the underdog.
See, I saw more than one list over here where Houston's shown as Chicago's not the underdog. Houston is. So depends on where you go. I guess Yahoo says Chicago's the underdog. So well.
Yeah. So, and then you've got most of the fan base predicting Chicago here.
Yeah.
Is there something going on with Houston that we don't know about?
Not anymore. No, not that I can think of.
Except they're just not winning.
Like I said, they're a much better team than their record shows, and it could just be people looking at records and such. But
let's see if I can pull this. Aretha. I tell you,
it doesn't matter who the Bears are starting at quarterback. Watson's better, and I think he can do it. But who knows?
Yeah, with the Texans being 4-8, they lost one. Their losing streak's only one right now.
Right.
If we look at Chicago,
they're 5-7. It's not that much better of a record, just one game.
And they've been losing a lot lately.
Yeah.
There we go. They've lost 6 in a row. So why in the world are people thinking that
I don't know.
We're going Texans.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm not gonna put a lot of faith in it, but we'll go Texans.
The Red Ryder BB gun is mad. The Bengals have faith in him. He's gonna come into this game. He's gonna stroll into Cincinnati, and those Bengals are in for a whooping of a hurt. I don't like the Cowboys.
A whooping of a hurt.
I think Andy Dalton's going to have a nice – last game I said was a revenge game again. Watson being mad that he wasn't picked before Trubisky. And now it's a revenge game because, Andy Dalton's not liking the Bengals right now, and he's been itching, looking at that schedule for his chance to get back at the Bengals. I'm going with Dallas on this one. And Cincinnati doesn't have their starting quarterback. Burrow's out, as you know. I don't think there's much that Cincinnati has talent-wise. And even I know the records for Dallas ain't that great, but with CeeDee Lamb and all the weapons that they have and Zeke, it's Dallas.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I want to look at something.
Who's actually starting at quarterback?
Yeah.
Isn't it Finley?
I guess so. Yeah, man. What did the Bengals do last week?
Stunk up the joint.
Did they?
You guys beat them 19-7. You should know.
Oh, wow. I totally forgot about that.
Bert? They weren't that much, were they, Dale? So,
you know what? I'm going to pick Dallas.
I don't think I had to talk you into that one. That was
this might be one time, considering how dirty the Bengals were playing last Sunday, might be one time I'll be glad to see the Bengals get a whooping.
Ooh, good point. Because I remember those Facebook posts and everything. You're like, that's the second time they hit him. What's going on?
Well, but there was a lot of some of what was revealed in that moment may concern some folks about the Dolphins, because this team did not lay down when that happened, and their coach stood up for them.
That's a big thing, and I know you talked about that, but I want to stress that when the players know the coach has their back, those players play harder for that coach, and it's a more cohesive, unified unit, and that's something to be concerned about when you know that there's a team that's that tight-knit,
Yeah. And so that may be worrisome to some other teams, because we really do this Dolphin team really does work as a family, and as far as I can tell, all the players are in. That was part of what the process was last year. Even when we traded some talented people, that part of that was, if you not buying in, you're not staying.
Right. Bill is good at that, but still, that's a good thing. If you can be the most talented person in the world, but if you're not in and you're not buying the system and you're not working together with everybody else, you got to go. You do. I get that.
Which leads us to the game of the week.
Now, I'm going to pick the Dolphins, but I'm going to give you a little stat on why I'm going to pick the Dolphins. I'm going to use those third-level sports metrics, okay?
Uh-huh.
Kansas City, biggest threat is Mahomes to Hill, correct? Correct. That's what tears up the games. Tyreek Hill is his number one receiver, whatever, a backfield or whatever. The Dolphins are number 2 in the NFL, in the top 2 of defenses that do not allow opponent quarterbacks to access their initial target. This is a real stat this year. And so the Dolphins do not let the quarterbacks go to their first target. They always got to go to their second and third. Biggest damage Kansas City does is with their first target. And I think with that, the role that Miami's been on, I think they got a chance, Dale. I think they got a chance. I'm going to put for them. I think they're going to do it. It's a trap game. They're. I think Kansas City's good, but they know they're in the playoffs. They know they probably got a wild card at worst. So are they going to put 100% into this? They could lose out and still get a wild card technically. So I don't know if they're going to be in it to win it in Kansas City. And they're in Miami, home field advantage, Dale. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for your Dolphins. I'm pumped for them.
I saw another crazy stat that showed that the Dolphins have a have a really, I wish I had saved it, that the Dolphins have an incredible record against teams with records as good as Kansas City on their home field. Um, yeah, it's they take they have beaten a lot of really good teams that
Did
have
you
come
see
in.
the second half of the game? How good Tua looked? He looked sharp. There were some great passes at the last week at the end, toward the end of the game. There, that one touchdown was just pinpoint needle, right over the shoulder. I think Tua's catching on. He's getting some speed on. He's grasping here, and this is.
Oh yeah, just last week was definitely his best game statistic wise. And he does one thing that I really like, in that he's very careful with the ball. So far, he hasn't thrown an interception, and I know that won't hold up. he's eventually going to throw an interception.
He's still a rookie,
right? Well, I mean, all quarterbacks throw interceptions, but this is a good indicator that he might be ahead of some people in their careers, because he's already taking good care of the ball in his rookie season. So, to me, the Dolphins play good on all three phases, which is where I like to see them. I mean, they're playing exceptional defense. They're playing their special teams are making plays, and the offense is probably our weakest phase of the football. But even when you consider how many running backs we've had to use this season, and we've had wide receivers in and out, and we are kind of doing that two-headed quarterback type thing, we're still scoring more than what we're letting scored against us. So,
that's all, man.
I mean,
the cliche, Dale? What's the cliche? Offenses can win games, but defenses win championships.
Right.
You guys got a great defense this year.
Right. And one of the metrics, again, that you look for in a defense is the ability to take away the football. And
they got that.
And we do that very well. Xavier Howard, man, what a season he's having. He should be in consideration for Defensive Player of the Year.
But he won't, because Donald will probably get it, even though Aaron Donald hasn't done as well this year as his previous years. But or JJ Watt, there'll be that one big name defensive guy that'll win him again. And by the way, JJ Watt's had a great year too, but still.
Yeah, and we don't quite. Dolphins haven't had their reputation up there in a while, so yeah, we don't get much love. So I don't expect it. But I tell you what, he's playing some incredible ball as far as I'm concerned. Now,
Dale, I want you to look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. See that little blue dot on the Dolphins?
Right.
Is that dot there because you want them to win, or because you think they will win? We had this argument before with our football picks. You're gonna look at me and say you think they really are going to win.
I generally make my football picks on who I really think will win, and this, I believe, will be the statement that the Dolphins make. In fact, we play so good at home in December against big football teams that.
What are you doing, son?
I am all in.
Woo!
I am buying the process. I am buying Brian Flores as a coach.
You're buying
him? I think he's going to fire these guys up tomorrow. It's their opportunity. This is their chance. I don't know that we can catch Buffalo. I believe we can knock off the Kansas City Chiefs.
Because the game this week for the Lions is like their Super Bowl. It doesn't matter how the rest of the season plays out. I know for a fact we're going into this week with every piece of energy we have. We are considering this our Super Bowl. You think that Flores has Miami feeling that way too? Like, hey, we'll worry about the rest of the season, how it plays out. But this is the game, and I think right.
I'm sure he's made it clear to them. If you want to see where we stand right now, this is the game. These are the guys. The Chiefs. I'm not trying to disrespect the Chiefs.
No,
the Chiefs are right now. It's like Ric Flair has always said: in order to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And this is our opportunity to stand up to the man and face him for the first time and see what we can do. And
if Miami makes it to the AFC Championship game, odds are that's the team they're going against. So,
and I think what we're going to see tomorrow is we're going to see some wrinkles that they've been saving. They may Miami does a great job of giving you mystery fronts, so you never know exactly when we blitz. It's not like we rely on a dominant pass rusher like Aaron Donald to get our sacks, or Jason Taylor back in the day.
You guys got a team.
We do it as a team. We do it with multiple fronts to confuse the offensive line, and I expect to see a lot of that. I expect to see a lot of heat tomorrow to get to help out our defensive backs. And
hold on, I got to talk to the ghost of Eddie Van Halen. He has to talk to me a sec. What's that? Nuh-uh. Really? Okay. The ghost of Eddie Van Halen told me that for a prop bet, you guys need a double reverse with Tua as receiver catching a touchdown will happen tomorrow. They're going to pull that play out of the books. It's going to be crazy. So says Eddie Van Halen. Who am I to talk about the spirit world? I don't know, man. But he just
and I don't and you never know with the Dolphins what they might pull out. I mean, it was about a year ago that we surprised the Eagles by having our kicker throw a touchdown pass in a game.
Do we want to bring up that old Patriots win with your old hook and ladder?
Well, but that was the old regime.
Yeah,
that was the old regime. We're not going back there. I still love that play, but I don't. But Flores has got more than one trick up his sleeve.
Gase didn't write that up. That was the players doing that.
I don't know. I don't know who can. It would be hard to imagine Gase coming up with anything.
No.
So that is my where I'm making my stand with the Dolphins. I think that this is going to be our statement game of the season. That you better not look past this anymore. We are on the rise.
Speaking of teams on the rise, look over there. Look over on the right there. 74% is picking Arizona over New York. Just like the game previously. Are we looking at trends of teams winning versus teams losing and the streaks they're on? If that's the case, you should pick the Jets on there. They're hotter than the Cardinals are. So,
so you're not going with the Cardinals?
I don't know. The Giants seem to be trying. They're not a good team, but they got spunk. And then Kyler Murray is inconsistent. I don't even know what to think about him half the dang time. Sometimes I think he's great. Sometimes I think he's not. And I don't know what to think about him and which one of them is going to show up. But I do know the Giants are going to try.
You've got the Cardinals on a 3-game losing streak, and you've got the Giants on a 4-game winning streak.
See what I'm saying? And everybody's picking the Cardinals.
And we look at the Giants. Let's look at what the Giants are doing. They beat the Seahawks last week. Surprise.
Beat the
Bengals. Beat the Eagles. Well, part of that is because they're in a weak division. They beat the Washington.
They beat the team that last week beat the Steelers. Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, probably the big statement right there is that they went to Seattle and beat the Seahawks.
But was that because the Giants were good or because the Seahawks have been, I don't know.
Yeah. Whereas if we go down here to the Cardinals, who have they been playing? Let's see. They got beat by the Patriots
And the
and the Seahawks.
So remember the whole thing with college, the whole association thing. The Giants beat the Seahawks, and then the Seahawks beat the Cardinals. So therefore, the Giants should beat the Cardinals. Thank you. I went to college. I learned that. No, I didn't go.
So you think it's going to be the Giants?
That's my call. You can do what you want. You can have your gut feeling on there, but everything I look at just kind of weaks towards the Giants actually want to win. It's like they got the division and they know they can get in the playoffs with a division win, and they are not going in it lightly. Like, we might be the worst team in the playoffs, but we can guarantee our slot because everybody else is really bad. Let's be the best of the worst class. And I think that's what they're doing. So,
and maybe they will. But I think this is a game where Kyler Murray bounces back.
All right. Could be. Like I said, if the good Kyler Murray shows up there, I've seen him. Giants going to have a real hard day with him. But this depends.
Yep. So next we've got the Minnesota Vikings at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What? They're picking 90% of the people are picking Tampa Bay. Yeah, I think Tampa Bay could probably more than likely win this, but I wouldn't think of 90% like that's a shoe-in game versus the Minnesota, but okay.
Minnesota definitely has been playing better. So if we look, they're on a 2-game winning streak. And the Buccaneers are on a 2-game losing streak. I'm curious who the Vikings just beaten. They beat the Bears.
Remember, the Vikings beat the Packers way earlier this year, too. Let's keep that in mind.
Okay.
It's a few Packers losses.
So lately, they beat the Panthers. They lost to the Cowboys. Beat the Bears. Beat the Lions. Beat the Packers.
Like I said, they beat the Packers. So that's something. I mean, they're not a slouch team.
No, you can't sleep on them. That's for sure.
Especially with Cook in the backfield and Thielen still healthy at wide receiver. Whether you have Kirk Cousins or not, they got the talent to get it done. And the bad games that the Buccaneers have had, they've looked really bad. So,
well, except last week they
could have beat the Chiefs.
They went toe to toe with the Chiefs.
They could have.
And they were only they got beat by the same amount by the Rams. And they whooped.
I remember that game.
Panthers. So
Saints got them good.
Man. So as I'm looking at this, here's my pick. I'm picking the Buccaneers, and that's because I just think Tom Brady in December, knowing that his career he hasn't got a lot of time. So I'm just thinking that he's going to give everything that he's got. It's going to be hard to bury Tom Brady.
No matter how old he is, how much you think he's losing it, he's still Tom Brady.
And it pains me to say that. Because I wish it. I'll be rooting for the Vikings. I hope they do. I hope they will.
Personally, for me, I would like the Vikings to lose because the Lions are trying to move up here, and we need kind of them to move down. But still, nonetheless.
Which brings us to Denver and Carolina.
Teddy Bridgewater's got this. Denver doesn't even consistency offense non-existent. I think this is going to be a good breakout game for Teddy Bridgewater. I can actually see him doing like 3 touchdowns. I really can with me, but it'd be great if McCaffrey was back, but they got enough talent. I think that Denver is toast, and I don't see them winning any more games this year, but that's me.
Denver's got a good defense, and that's
all they got.
Yeah, but if they get behind the Carolina, it's over. So I'm with you on Carolina winning this. I just don't know if it's going to be easy or not.
Go Cat Team Brotherhood.
One of those things where Bridgewater needs to not make any stupid mistakes.
Odds are he's gonna. We hope he don't.
Turn the ball over. But I do think they have enough weapons to put more points on the Broncos. Yeah, but that may not be that easy of a game. Then we've got Tennessee Titans at Jacksonville.
You know, I like to crap on the Jaguars, but I mean, they only lost by 3 points to the Vikings last week. Their quarterback that's come in has filled the hole decently, but I still don't think I don't think they line up against Titans. I don't.
No.
I think they're going to put in an effort. I think this game's going to be closer than what people expect, but Titans got that.
Now comes the game that makes me want to vomit. Not because of the competitors, but because I really didn't want to see this game. And because I live so close to these guys, the Indianapolis Colts, the NFL is going to make me watch it. It's not
I don't
fair.
know whose voice I want to hear less. Do I want to hear Philip Rivers whining and crying, or do I want to hear John Gruden whining and crying? I don't know which one I want to hear less. I think if this game ever comes up on my red zone, I'm just going to mute it until it's over with. I just don't want to risk either voices. But I'm not like you, Dale. I don't have a lot of the logic and reason. Sometimes I go with my heart and my gut. And I really do not like Rivers so much and his 9 kids.
Wow. You even hate his kids?
I hate all 9 of them. That I think I'm going to give it to Vegas. I'm going with Vegas on this, even though realistically thought, logic, and reason says Indianapolis. And I have a feeling that you'd run that route, but maybe you have something else you're running with. But Indianapolis should be the pick, but I can't do it. I think the Raiders got it.
Yeah. Well, if you look over here, a lot of the football fans agree with you.
Oh, wow. I didn't even look over there on that one.
No.
I looked over there for all the other picks.
And I kind of agree with them.
Whoa!
I like the Raiders in this game. And
they're a pretty new stadium. They got to do it. Got to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did they do last week? I can't really remember.
But, it's the Jets, right?
Oh, yeah. So they should have done what they.
Mind you, they almost lost to the Jets. Let me rephrase.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because the Jets ran the stupidest play.
They lost intentionally. I think they're like,
NFL history.
We're supposed to get first pick. What are we doing here? Stop, guys. Let's lose this. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, but this might be one of those things where the Raiders realize they've gotten a good thing and they get fired up and
don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I'm not going to put a lot of confidence points on this, but I do like the Raiders. And maybe I'm not giving the Colts enough credit. Yeah. But yeah, I watched a whole video on YouTube about the stupidity of that last play. Why would you send the whole house? And it would make me question. In fact, if I were a Jets defender, I'd be angry about it because.
But Gase fired his defensive coordinator over that. I'm like, but I have a feeling that's just Gase covering his own butt. I don't know.
Right. But my thought is, especially if you're leading that Jets defense and you're a free agent, you're liable to get passed over just for being so stupid that you didn't override that play.
Yeah, you're like, no. I know what you want.
Somebody in that huddle should have said, "What?
Ixnay on the A play.
No, we ain't doing that."
No.
If I would definitely, I don't know who's their team, who's the guy with the head with the decal on the back of their helmet for that, with the radio in their helmet. But that guy, especially, I'd like to know why didn't he say, you know what? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that call.
What was that defensive play? Say what? Nah, yeah.
Yeah. I can't hear, so we're going to run this.
Okay, what? Speaking of the Jets, that leads us right into the next game because that's the Jets and the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh yeah, is there any question?
I don't think the Seahawks have done as good as they could be doing, but the record's still 8-4. They've had some pretty sloppy wins, but hey, put 15 points on this game, right?
Yeah, of course. Did you just see what I did? I had my cursor over here. I was clicking on the what did I do that time? There we go.
No, I missed what you did.
I was trying to click on this screen. I have to go back over here to click.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we can go ahead and do
That's what I said. Put your 15 on.
And now we got the Green Bay Packers at
Super
Detroit
Bowl North, NFC North Super Bowl this weekend, guys. Woo!
I hate to do this to you.
I know. Go ahead.
But yeah. You all got anything for that?
Detroit's never down, man. We're winning games now. We're finding ways to win. Before we found ways to lose. Now we found a way to win. And I really like Coach Bevel. I think he did some great stuff last week. Should we have had to come from behind in the last quarter to win the game? No, we should have been winning it in the first 3 quarters. But it doesn't matter if you play the whole game good or not. It matters when it reaches zeros on who's got the score. So I really think it's going to be a good game. And I think more than likely the Packers should win. But we're feisty. We got to fight. We're Detroit. We're scrappy. So you never know. As long as Matt's healthy, we got a chance. So,
yeah,
I wouldn't put tons of confidence points on there, Dale, is what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with your pick, but don't put tons on there.
Well, we'll see. But I do think, I don't think the Packers can go in there looking past the Lions. Especially anytime you're facing a Matt Stafford team, you better come playing. Because
2-game winning streak, man.
Because he can put some points on the board against you.
We are in the hunt. We are in the hunt for a wild card. We are the 10th seed in the NFC right now. Yeah. That's not. I know it's crazy to think that, but we realistically could still win the Super Bowl, and I'm not giving up hope.
Man, that's some faith there.
My boys, we can do it. We got a new life, new blood, new coach, new attitude. They showed it last week. Until we always have hope until we get smacked in the face with reality. Well, we got new hope again. And until we get smacked in the face with reality, we're drinking that blue Kool-Aid. We're heading to Titletown. Let's go, baby.
Well, I thank you for just putting that Pointer Sisters song in my head.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Wow. All right. So, but you know what kills me? Where's Winebender and Dan Powers to put their 2 cents?
Nobody's with us this week. It's dead. This is dead week. I'm here. Yeah, you're here, but you're not on chat giving us crap. Your job is, us to communicate with the comment section, which there is -0 comments in the comment section.
Yeah, we we're playing to an empty house.
Hey,
I do
this every Saturday night because I love football and I love talking to you, Dale. If I don't care, not my channel. Now, for you, I would be concerned, but for me, I'm good.
Well,
I do it for the love. Yes.
Well, you know, Mandy always tells me that I get better viewers with her than I do with you, so she's clearly the superior co-host.
Or football is a niche thing.
Well,
everybody watches movies.
Right. Well, and what I tell her is
There's a
that
demographic for movies and football.
the big mistake I might be making is having this on Saturday night when the games are going to be played less than what 12 hours.
Yeah.
More like, well, no, it'll be more like 15, 16 hours. They'll start getting played. So after tomorrow, who's going to really watch this live stream?
Nobody. If they don't catch it live, they're not going to watch it tomorrow after the game's already started. There's no window.
Right. So, you know, next season I may consider doing this on another night, maybe earlier in the week. But yeah, ultimately I do this. I didn't get a lot of views last year when I did this by myself.
We could do it. I think Thursday would be great, and then we can comment on the game as it's playing. We'll do it live during the game.
Well, yeah, that's a thought.
Put it out a little window there. Hope we don't get FCC fined or anything, and just be watching the game together and then talking about football.
Yeah, but I just thought I'd also help build that Mandy Value Vinyl Steve rivalry a little bit. Even though
I'm ignoring because I know what she's doing. I'm not going to play to her game. I am going to win, and I'm going to beat her, and I am better than her. I am the better co-host, but I'm not going to let her childish words and petty jealousies get in the way of my superiority. But hey, that's okay. What rivalry would that be again, Dale? I don't know. Who were we talking about? I forgot. Randy? You have some guy named Randy? I don't even know.
Oh wow! When I tell her that we talked about her, this will probably be the only football live stream she'll ever watch.
I wonder why she hasn't gotten back to me since I won that contest. I haven't gotten a single email or Facebook message. I wonder why. I can't figure it out. I don't know. It's almost as though not number or something.
Oh my. Let's see here. as we've thrown the whole thing right off track. But that's what's great about my live streams. They just go wherever they go. And let's look at this. So we got the I guess this is the Saints of Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, really?
No brainer.
Come on now.
And here's the fun thing. Are they just going to keep playing Taysom? Are they holding on to Winston until the playoffs?
If they're not losing with Taysom, why not keep him in and let Breeze heal up?
Yeah, you got a point there. And we know that Taysom isn't the most talented, but he threw a touchdown last week. He does do it, and he doesn't make tons of mistakes, unlike Jameis Winston, who is the king of making tons of mistakes. I mean, what was that, 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions that last year he played? So,
I don't blame them for until they get to a point where they have to play Breeze because it's just getting nitty-gritty time. Let the man heal. He's a little older, so to me this is just smart.
Did they say 9? I think they said 9 ribs were broke. 9, I think they said 8 or 9.
Jeez.
It was like almost all of them.
So at some point he will need to get in there and knock some of the ring rust off. But I would try to let him heal really good before they throw him back in.
I don't see him this year at all, man. I don't. Even if they make it all the way to the Super Bowl, he's not playing.
You don't think?
I don't know, man. That kind of injury. I mean, it depends on his toughness level, but we're not talking bruised. We're talking broken. Yeah, take a look at it. Serious ad on that.
Let's see if there's any new headlines. Well, he remains on injured reserve for Sunday's game at Philadelphia.
But do you want an almost 40-year-old guy in there with half broken ribs that are half healed?
No.
No matter how good he is, I don't want that. because you could just end his career, you know?
Oh yeah, but at the same time, if he is healing up pretty good, he's going to want to play because he doesn't have many years left to play.
He's pretty competitive too. He wants to play because he wants to play, and at the end of that.
Right. So,
and there is no due date for him coming back. And speaking of due date, that movie sucks.
Oh, wow. Are we sure we don't have a rivalry brewing here?
What kind of rivalry? With who? Who are we talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about.
So now we've got Atlanta at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, man. I don't even know on this one. This is one of those throw-up games. Neither one of them are great teams this year. I'd like to see the Chargers win just because I want to see Herbert, get some more kudos under his belt. He deserves them. He's played a lot better than his team has. So I'd like for the Chargers to win. But then again, Falcons, they're 4-8. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is hard to figure out.
I can't figure neither of them out.
All right, so a Patriots upset of the Chargers in San Diego wouldn't have totally blown my mind. But 45-0.
I know.
I mean, wow. But we have the Falcons coming in now and talk about a team that can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
So starting way back with that Super Bowl, it hasn't changed much years following. It really hasn't.
Yeah. So that may be the medicine that the Chargers need, though they've only won 3 games and the Falcons have won 4.
Again, see, that's why I said, I don't know, man. And I don't think either team's making the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter.
Now, a lot of people still have not given up on the Chargers.
Yeah, that's why I lead in toward the Chargers and wanting them to win, just because I think they deserve to win more than Atlanta does. As we've saw, Atlanta's had more than one game this year where they should have and could have won and decided to not win it. Where the Chargers, most of the games they've lost, quite a few of them actually were close ones. Just not that Patriot one. That one wasn't close.
Well, we would like at this time, if I can get my cursor back over here, to welcome Angels Vinyl Escape.
Hey, Angel. Go Pats next season, sadly. Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, Angel, glad you're here.
But
I hope you got thick skin, though, because I'm not exactly a Patriots fan.
I live in New England, so
but
I live in Patriot country, right here. That's where I'm sitting.
So this is a new channel to me. Is this a new channel? Period.
I've seen Angels Vinyl Escape before, but I don't know much. Relatively new. So hey, get to know us. We're talking football. We're going over the picks. But we're also here on the comment section to talk with you guys. Congratulations on that 45-0 Chargers victory last week. That's just what we were talking about. I don't think they're going to hold up that well. They got to learn a passing game. That would be good.
Hey, look who's on the front.
Oh, look at that. Woohoo.
Okay. So Angel has to have been here for a minute because
well, I'm gonna have to subscribe and you're gonna have to subscribe. See what happens when you come on our live streams, Angel. You get some subscribers, man.
Okay, well, you got some subscribers. I'm even gonna hit that bell. And we'll wait for you, and we're just gonna sit here and wait for you to put some videos up. How about that?
Yeah, you just go ahead and produce one. We'll be here waiting. Don't worry about us. Bazam, subscribed. All right, you just gained 2.
Yes. This is a true statement. Make some videos so that we can watch and interact with you, and welcome. Just please, like I said, don't take anything I say too seriously. I'm not a Patriots fan.
I was okay with the Patriots when I moved up this way. And I dealt with Patriots radio stations and Patriots fans. And they totally turned me off to being a Patriots fan. So it's not the team. The guy up there, he doesn't like the team for his different reasons that I don't like the team. Overlap, but he's got his own reasons. But neither one of us huge New England fans.
Yeah. So, but we definitely welcome folks to come in here and argue with us.
Tell us how stupid we are and how the Patriots are awesome.
Yeah.
We won't agree with you, but we'll listen.
Wow. Anyway, all right. So we've got who are we picking here? I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chargers. I'm just going to say they had a bad week last week, and Herbert has been playing well, and I'm sure the Falcons will find a way to lose.
I think the big thing with last week is that the Chargers don't have a great run defense, and the Patriots right now are very run happy. And I think that Belichick found a scheme that took advantage of that little discrepancy, and that's how that game came out. And I don't think that's going to be the same this week with Atlanta. Atlanta is that great of a running game. So,
but this is how I feel about that.
one confidence point, a single one. I don't blame you.
Yeah, we've got the Washington football team at the San Francisco 49ers.
Man. Oh, man.
What have the 49ers been doing?
I want Washington to keep the streak up. I mean, they're all geeking after beating the Steelers. I want to see them go.
And the 49ers lost to the Rams last week. Yeah. I you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do, Dale?
I am picking the Washington football team. Because, and maybe that's because I'm kind of liking this team. I like Chase Young and Montez Sweat on defense.
I wish we would have gotten Chase. I was sitting in that draft, and that was my number one get, and then we weren't able to get him, and he's shown that he's worth that high draft pick. You know?
Oh yeah. I always like those speed rushers on the edge. I've always liked them since we had Jason Taylor, and I could see what speed could really kill from the outside. And Cam Wake, I loved him too because he kind of gave us that. And so I would love to. Hopefully, when maybe if Chase Young plays out the contract, he'll come to Miami.
You never know; it could happen. I'm always a guy of the feel-good story. I don't think the Washington's gonna go to the playoffs and win off and all that. They're kind of too far behind to really do that. But I want to see the majority of the games Alex win after this comeback. It's gonna be a good feel-good story, you know. And I mean, did you see last week his leg was bleeding, like all that blood gushing all over his leg, and then he kept playing, and we know he just came back from almost losing his leg with that infection, and oh my gosh.
We're talking about Alex Smith, and I was just reading a story where he may have pulled a little something. I don't know if it was shady or not. I didn't get a chance to finish the article, but he found a loophole in the rules somewhere. I guess he helped the Redskins get a few extra seconds by hiding a football.
Oh, you didn't see that? Oh, yeah, I watched that. So, yeah, they have the ball there. And remember, with the time and the clock running, the refs got to grab the ball, and they got to put it down. And then if the ball's gone, then they got to go get a ball. So the refs had to stop the clock to go get another ball because Alex Smith kind of hit it and kind of walked off with it hidden. Veteran move, man. That was a veteran move. Oh, look, we got a free timeout. Thanks, Alex. And also, if I remember right, Before he was on the Redskins, he was on the Chiefs. But before he was on the Chiefs, wasn't he drafted by the 49ers? I think he was.
Yeah.
So there we go. Revenge game. It's a revenge week. I told you that earlier. Revenge.
Yeah. And but I just like I like the way they're playing football right now, especially on defense. Now we've got a really big game tomorrow night.
Oh, this
I don't know who they're
big
for.
game. You're going to go for the Bills. You're going to go for the Bills. The Pittsburgh's a sham. You're not here, Ferraro, so you can't tell me I'm wrong. I think they were exposed last week, and I think that Buffalo is looking awesome. Josh Allen, in my eyes, again, I'm watching all the games. I'm not just going by stats. I'm giving the old eyeball test. And from what I see with heart, guts, girth, and determination, Josh Allen is an MVP caliber player, and that team around him is a great team. I think they're better than their record, and their record's pretty good. I'm going to Buffalo, but hey, you want to go with the Steelers, go right ahead. But here's the other key part. Steelers already have a playoff spot clinched. They don't have to win out. They don't need to. They could be reserving themselves and their heart and soul. So you know what? They're not going to give 100%. Buffalo is going for the Buffalo win.
You know,
and Angel is smart. You see that? Agreeing with me.
If I could find my cursor. There we go. I was going to highlight that.
There you go.
Yeah. And I think we're going to make that 3. And here's why I believe that. I think, for one thing, I think what's going to hurt the Steelers going in this game is that they haven't been seeing this level of competition week in and week out. And now they've got to go on the road and play a team, a tough team. And this is one place where you got to respect the home field, because Buffalo, that city loves that team, and that team,
it may snow and they may intentionally not plow the field.
You never know, but yeah, I mean this is a really tough game on the road.
Remember a few weeks back, we looked through the Steelers and said, who they got this left? And they always said, the Ravens maybe would be. Other than that, they got it going through. But then the Buffalo kicked it up a notch.
Right. Well, I
know Buffalo's a threat. And they weren't so much. They weren't.
Even since the beginning, after we saw Buffalo really come on, I was starting to think this could be a trap game. Yeah, I just really think that Buffalo is going to take care of them. And I think now, and it may be what Pittsburgh needs to get remotivated.
Right. They might win out after this. Right.
Once they start realizing they're not invincible, and they may kick it up a notch too. But I do think not drawing the NFC East was not good for them, because the NFC East so terrible that they're getting a lot of too many almost bye weeks.
Yeah, agreed.
That's not good. You while you don't want your schedule to kill your record, you do want enough good competition so that you're ready when playoff time comes. And I don't know that they'll be ready. Now we come to the Monday night football game. And
the Browns versus the Browns.
Yeah. The Browns versus the former Browns, a team formerly known as the Browns.
And you know that my second favorite team is the Browns. And both teams count as Browns for as far as I'm concerned. Gonna be tough.
Here's what I'm doing. Because I think the Browns are better than what I thought earlier in the season.
And the Ravens aren't as good as we thought they were.
And I don't think the Ravens are as good as we thought.
Exactly.
And a little bit of a slump this season for whatever reason, I don't know. But
it's COVID related. Trust me, it's COVID related. It really is. I mean, let's be honest. RG3 is probably going to be starting again because Lamar Jackson still got on the COVID list, as far as I know. They have a lot of players. I think a total of 25 players had it at one point and had to miss time at one point.
Oh, wow.
25 players at one point. Some have come back, but I think that's a lot of their slump. They're in pieces, and Cleveland's not. Cleveland's hot, and Cleveland's got what it takes to win this Monday Night Football game.
But we're not the majority of opinion here. We've got Baltimore.
They have the right to be stupid. Freedom, baby. You can be the biggest dumb you want to be. But hey.
Wow.
I don't know how they can pick that with the shoddy holes throughout their whole team. Offense, defense. Come on. No.
Okay, so we need
RG3 is going to win games for you. You go ahead and try to convince me of that. I'll sit and wait until you explain to me how RG3 is going to win.
Oh, I don't know. So as we look back over it, trying to see, I think this man, there are some close looking games. I think I can put some points on that. And I hate to do this to you. I really don't see Green Bay losing.
Could you at least go below 10 or something? Make me feel good? You have to go that high. Come on. Jeez, Dale.
Was that a low blow?
Crush my soul. What's the one thing I asked you earlier? Just don't put too much confidence. You're like, oh, what's my highest number I got left? Yep, one. Thanks.
Oh wow. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in the Texans. So I look over this. Probably don't want to put a lot of points on the Cardinals because they've been so inconsistent. Oh well, here we go. I'll do this for you.
Hold on. It's the ghost of Eddie Van Halen again. Wait a sec. Hold on. What? Okay, shh, quiet. Oh, he says, I hope you don't want any of your electronics working this next week for what you did to Steve in the game. So I just want to let you know the ghost of Eddie Van Halen says that he's going to be wreaking havoc on your electronics. So,
well, I just put them down one number because I want to put.
It's fine. It's fine.
Because I want to put Tennessee at 13. Because Tennessee's
I feel better.
Jackson.
You conceded a point to me, Dale, and you didn't even need to do that. So I feel thankful. Thank you for setting my mind at ease. That of all the games this week, it's one of the ones you're most confident we're going to lose. I appreciate that.
Oh, this Buffalo game is could be a slobber knocker. Maybe we don't put too many points on it.
No. I think you could be comfortable with a little bit on the Cleveland Baltimore. Honestly, I even though the group, everybody else is saying differently, I don't see that as being that close of a game.
Yeah, this is going to be a tight game too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see.
Now I don't want to call you a homer or anything, but if you're putting
you can call me a homer this week.
I just want to compare your team
beating the Chiefs. I've earned it this week.
Okay.
I'm
just saying.
Well, I wish I was better at switching screens with my cursor. Here we go. We got Browns looking good this season. I go Browns. A few seasons back, the Browns sucked. Now this season, it's the Jets. You can say this season.
I 100% agree with that completely. Yeah. And it's funny. There was 2 seasons ago. It's like, the Browns are going to do great, and then they didn't. And then this year, they didn't expect them to do good at all, and they're killing it. So good for them. Get rid of the naysayers. Do the opposite.
Have I missed one somewhere? Oh yeah. You know what? Oh man, I forgot. I missed the Thursday game, which is throwing my points all off.
Now, Angel, is it that you want Tampa Bay to lose because you like the Vikings, or is it because Tom Brady defected and went down to Tampa Bay and you wish the worst for them? Is that why you want Tampa Bay to lose? Go ahead. Explain to me down there. Tell me your thoughts on that. And because I see up there, because you said, yeah, Patriot fan, but we can do Tom Brady wanted Tampa and weapons. Let's see. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd be okay with the Vikings winning. I like the NFC North, except for the those who shall not be named and mentioned. So, yeah, okay. He's still sour for him going, and I don't blame you for that. All those years, all those championships, there's no reason he couldn't retire to Patriot, and he didn't have that many years left. He could have just sat him out, and shame on him. But, yeah, is what it is. All right, Dale, where you at? How many more you got left?
Oh, I'm just trying to readjust where I missed.
You're going to be fiddly farting with that for like a half hour. You know that, right?
I'm almost done. If I can find where's 3? Move that up to 4. And now I find 2. Move it up to 3. Then I find 1. And move it up to 2. And I'm done with that. Whoop. Well, don't mess that up.
Which was your one game? Which was your closest
I
one?
missed out on the most points scored and fewest points because I didn't get it in time before the Thursday. That sucks. But if we're picking scores here, Baltimore, I don't think they're going to score more than about 10. Cleveland,
28.
24.
Okay, close.
That works for me. Oh, this could be
slobber knocker.
Yeah, this could
I wouldn't even doubt if one of the teams got 40 and the other one got 30. That wouldn't surprise me.
And then we'll save that.
All right. We did it.
And while we're goofing around, let's look at this.
Check out what Angel said down there. Highlight that thing, man. Highlight that.
What's that?
The last comment. You know what's gear bobbleheads and Gronk also? LOL, I'm going to sell all his stuff and go get records.
Oh, wow.
You are welcome in our chats and comments any week, Angel. Thank you.
So I guess I don't have to worry about what I say about Brady and Gronk now.
No. He's a Patriot fan, which means he's a purist, and screw them for running away. So, yeah.
Let's look at this sorry football team. 4-9. I don't think I've won anything lately. Got to get David Johnson out of there, it looks like.
You know what's funny? I got my fantasy team this league also this year, but I haven't done anything with it. I completely forgot about it till I just remembered. I'm curious how I'm doing right now. My team is called Staph Infection. Get it, Matt Stafford? Staph Infection?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. I am.
Looks like I need to put Naheem Hines back in.
Doing absolutely nothing all year with the bench I got drafted. I'm 4-9. I actually won 4 games. I'm impressed. Oh, you know why? Guess who my starting quarterback is?
Who's that?
Josh Allen. And I got DeAndre Hopkins at wide receiver. Kittle at tight end. That's not bad. Could be worse. Oh, my running back, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, that's not any good. I better take him out.
Yeah, let's see here. We got Kenyon Drake questionable. But he did good. He's been doing good.
Hey, Dale.
What's
Darren
that?
Waller. Darren Waller's going to get like 20 points this week. That's how the Raiders are going to win.
Really?
Yeah, Darren Waller's going to do it for you. Just for you.
All right. So Kenyon Drake with a hip was limited at Thursday's practice. It's a new injury for Drake, who rushed for 10. He rushed 10 times for 49 yards and a touchdown.
That's almost 5 yards a carry, though.
Yeah, if Drake is downgraded on Friday, otherwise he should continue to operate as a wow. So I may need to check on that in the morning. Right now, I think I'll leave him in and kind of leave everything set the way it is.
Here's a little fun fact for you. Who is leading the NFC in votes for the Pro Bowl for tight end right now, having more votes than Kittle?
Now, repeat that.
In the NFC Pro Bowl, they've already done the ideas of who's they think has got the most votes, and they're already starting to work on that. They had some preps go up. They said, from what I saw on 2 separate reports, TJ Hawkinson is actually leading the NFC for tight end votes. Only Lions player on the lists. And he's actually more votes on the NFC than Kittle. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, all the good tight ends are AFC. Think about it. Oh, Kelsey and I could Waller. Everybody's AFC. So, but yeah, Hawkinson. I was amazed. He might be the only Lions player going to the Pro Bowl this year.
Wow. I haven't even I haven't given much thought to the Pro Bowl, and I think if there's anyone on our team that deserves, it's our tight end.
He's done good too.
Yeah. And why am I blanking on his name all of a sudden?
Because you're not a true fan, Dale.
Gesicki.
Gesicki.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Yeah.
He is he's really playing. And Xavier McDaniel, whereas that's not even the same sport.
No, Xavier McDaniel, he was defense for the Vikings, right? No. He was also played for the Supersonics. So
But Xavier
right.
Howard, he definitely should be in the Pro Bowl. I guess I should thank Angels Vinyl Escape for Kyle Van Noy. He's playing pretty good ball for us too. He's one of those really spirited guys that I'm sure, because I'm sure Van Noy played for Flores in New England. So
you know who drafted him, right?
Did the Lions draft him?
Yeah, Van Noy was on the Lions for 3 years before he went over to the Patriots.
Oh, wow.
So you're welcome.
Well, thank you. He's a good player. Glad to have him.
And he's a Mormon.
Oh,
I just know that because he went to BYU. So
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Trying to think who else on. Van Ginkel.
I love
Van Ginkel. I tell you what, I like that kid. I don't know if he's good enough to make the Pro Bowl, but he's
been doing good this year.
He's been
Ginkel.
Yeah, so we've got some Dolphins that are doing well. I haven't even. I've been meaning to get over there and try to vote for the Pro Bowl. Yeah, definitely. But I don't know. I need to do some research. I probably couldn't do a very good offensive line vote.
I never do. They are
that.
so underrated and underappreciated, and it's not intentional because I know how hard they work, and the success is that line. And I can't even tell you. I can only tell you like 3 of the 5 starters for the Lions right now.
Let's see.
Yeah, there we go. Amendola did the triple scoop too. He's been to all 3 of us.
Is he still with the Lions?
Yeah. He caught a couple passes last week. He's a guy that you can trust, man. He's that safety valve. If you need that stupid catch that probably shouldn't be caught, he'll get it. He won't run far with it. He'll get tackled right away. Don't look for any yards after catch anymore. He's too old for that, but he'll catch it.
Yeah.
Anything else? We're wrapping up now because it's getting
I guess we probably ought to wrap it up. We've been
maybe an hour and a half now.
Yeah, we've been having fun.
Yeah, we have been, and I've been having fun with Angel. I love interacting with comment sections, and we had nobody for most of the show, which is unusual. and Angel comes in and saves the day. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Same.
Yeah, and we'll try to get you some shout outs for subs. So you want to get you
some videos, man. We'll pump you up.
Yeah, we'll get you some videos in progress so we can.
First video. It's going to be titled "Records I Bought When I Got Rid of Gronk Crap," and I'll watch it.
Oh man, I will watch it. I will like it. I'll go to the my Dolphin Dale Facebook page and promote it. I don't know that I have that many people that look at that page.
Hey,
but yeah, I would love that video.
All right, take care, everybody. Great games tomorrow.
Yep.
Be sure to come back to this channel on Wednesday, because Dale's going to be talking about a Christmas movie. He'll have some random co-hosts come in and talk with him for a little bit, and they'll talk about it. But really, you go to watch Dale. It's his channel. I mean, you can have any rotating monkey head talk about a movie. Knowledge and skills and stats and decades of dedication into a sport to just be like, oh my gosh, that movie was funny. I thought that was dumb. No.
Oh wow! This week's movie.
No preparation.
This week's movie is Christmas Vacation. For those wondering,
the best one so far. I think that's a really good one, but
Christmas Vacation. So I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward just to rewatching it. So, and then of course Mandy and I'll do the live stream on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Mandy. Yeah, that's who she was. That's who.
Yeah, and we'll see what she has to say, because I'll make sure that that I tell her that she got talked about all over this live stream.
And in all honesty, Mandy, you know I love you, and I joke with you like a sister and a brother would. You are awesome, but you know, just a little fun.
Come on. It looks like you got VCLT coming.
Yeah, I got that email before. Yes, that's right. Forgot. That's the Angel. See, I also got Angel, the Pages Plastics and Records. There's like 3 or 4 Angels I had. Now I know which Angel you are. Okay. I know who you are. So that's awesome. Cool. Thank you, man. But yeah, I don't want Mandy to really hate me, because she's scary. I don't know for sure, but she seems the type, if she really doesn't like you, your life is over. She will really tear you a new one and make you miserable, and I don't want that. I mean, I've seen Vin's eyes when she says certain things. He's terrified of her, and if he is, I could be too.
Yeah, she can be a little scary. I won't lie.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Have a good night.
You better take care.